Hi. This is Santa's Prayer. It's a story written by Tom Roberts. It was illustrated by Doug Moss. Let's begin. It was on Christmas Eve in a small Midwestern town during the late afternoon, and the snow, it was coming down, when my sister and I had gone for a long walk down the old church road to have a Christmas talk. We wondered aloud about reindeer and elves, about candy-filled stockings and presents for ourselves. We talked about getting our wish list of toys, about dear old Santa, the focus of our joys. When at the church we saw a flash of red, and it was a figure going inside. He had white hair on his head. Yep. We knew in an instant it was the old man himself, Mr. Kris Kringle, saying, "Nick, Santa Claus, that great jolly old elf." So we snuck in behind him to see what he would do, and we watched and we listened while crouching behind a pew. He stood there for a moment, so quiet all the while. Then he took off his hat and he started walking down the aisle. He walked up to the altar and he knelt there in some hay right beside the manger scene where the infant Jesus lay. He bowed his whiskered face, he closed his twinkling eyes, and he began to speak, much to our surprise. He prayed to baby Jesus in a voice so soft yet clear, so sister and I moved closer to make sure we could hear. He said, "Dear Jesus, thank you. Thank you for this night. Thank you for who you are and for your beautiful Christmas light. I come to you this Christmas with a concern on my mind, a concern for the children and what they expect to find. When tomorrow morning comes and the gifts are all handed out, will they still remember what Christmas is all about? I pray that you will guide me as I make my rounds this evening to bring some understanding with every present that I leave. Understand to the children that the toys from Santa's sleigh are only fleeting fancies, rarely lasting beyond the day. I pray that you will bless me with the knowledge that I need to help all these children to not give in to greed." He recognized, and I prayed, that Christmas is not all about me or pretty wrapped packages placed behind and under a tree. I pray that they'll remember that you're the inspiration, the true reason for the season, for the Christmas celebration. He prayed, "You're the star of Christmas and should be throughout the year. You're the one who deserves the praise, not old Santa. I'll just be your servant, helping however I can to remind all the children of the gift you gave as man. your life and your love and the examples you have shown, and gifts that last forever, long after they are grown. So help me, dear Lord. Help me make it clear to all the world's children that you're the focus here. I pray that they'll be thankful and feel your love within them. Then share the joy of Christmas, and let's hope spring forth again. It was then Santa paused and grew silent for a time, when suddenly from above we heard the church bells chime. Taking a deep breath, Santa raised his burly head and he ended his humble prayer. This is what he said. Dear Jesus, it is time. Oh, Santa must now depart, but I'll be thinking of you always. I'll keep you in my heart. Then, opening his eyes, Santa rose to his feet, and with the glow on his face, he walked to the street. Sister and I stood silently, watching him leave in awe. Then he turned to the manger scene where Jesus lay in the straw. We looked at one another. We didn't know quite what to say, but when we saw the little baby, we felt like we should pray. That's Santa's prayer. When tomorrow morning comes and the gifts, they're all handed out to you, will all the children still remember what Christmas is really all about? Well, though, Jesus, it's time old Santa has to get going. But I'll be thinking of him and keep him in my heart. Merry Christmas to all. To all, a good night.